Sam Sato is my dad, and he was the only son in his family. He really didn't want to work in the cane field, hoeing the ditches all day long. So he told his father that he wanted to maybe have a service station because he liked to fix cars, but there was no service station to lease or to purchase. But there was a little store in Camp 3, which was a small little village for cane field workers. It sold mainly snacks and candy and drinks, and occasionally some fish that the fishermen would bring over to sell. But he was realistic and thought that this would not really support a family. So he wanted to serve pastries and also particularly to serve breakfast, because there were a number of bachelor workers, and so they could come for breakfast and then go straight to work in the cane field. So he had some sisters who could help maybe, and his mother, but he needed a full-time worker to bake and prepare breakfast in the morning. So they went to a marriage broker and they asked the broker to find him a wife who was a good baker and a good cook. So the marriage broker identified this girl who was about 2 years younger than him, who lived in Upper Camp 3. They didn't know each other because she was younger, but they did go to the same Spreckelsville school. So it turns out that my mother, who was 2 years younger, kind of noticed this good-looking guy who was about 2 years ahead of her. But anyway, the marriage broker found her working as a bakery apprentice in Lahaina. So he took my father from Spreckelsville, drove him to Lahaina, which at that time was almost a 2.5 hour drive because all of the curves in the road. And he introduced my father to this cute little girl and asked them to go for a walk on the beach and be back in half an hour. And when they came back, the marriage broker said, "Is this okay?" And they both said yes, it was okay. So then they got married. And my mother really turned out to be a very good baker. And my father kind of was a manager for the store, but that still didn't give them enough income, so he did other jobs. So he was busy, trying to make a living for his family.